Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome back. It is Thirsty Thursday, and people is out here thirsting for the content. I heard somebody earlier say, damn it, well, shit, I guess I'll be like Jay Wilson and just force some commentary. But we're going to talk about that later, because there's a few more videos that I still need to watch out there. But on your way in, please make sure you like and share the video, please, and thank you very much. Hit the subscribe button if you happen to be new here. I'm trying to get this in real quick because I think King Roman is going to be coming live. He had posted a while ago, like hours ago, that he would be live shortly, but that's been hours. So I'm like, dang, let me get in, because I definitely want to see his response towards Lemon's behavior on Lemon's panel the other day. And I don't know if that's specifically what he's going to focus in on, but I'm sure there's some other things that he's going to be talking about also. But I'm looking forward to hearing from King Roman, because per Lemon, when he tried to call King Roman later after the show to, I guess, apologize or explain himself away, he said King Roman wasn't answering his phone. And I think that was who was that? Was it T? Because T hit his panel last night. Lemon's panel, and Right to Be Told. I think it was Right to Be Told who said, I probably wouldn't accept your apology either, or I wouldn't answer the phone either if you would have called me after all that shit. But anyway, real quick, I'm gonna try to give y'all a little quick 30 in and out. And please make sure you guys like and share the video. So I watched a little bit of Lemon and a little bit of Pasta, and I think that's it. Then I was about to start Rick Reed, and I was like, no, let me just go live with what I got, because I think, again, King Roman will be live soon. So, and I want to watch that, live from the beginning. So anyway, I was watching Lemon's video. Now, the night before on Tuesday night, Lemon was over there cutting up. There was a lot of people on the panel as usual, but one of them was King Roman, and we saw how he was being very disrespectful to King Roman, and accusing him of wanting to have sex with Shamar, and just accusing him of trying to steal his content, and not having his back and all that kind of shit. So when Lemon went live last night, I swear for like the first 30 minutes, all he was doing was talking about, how much he likes to fight, how well he can fight. He wants to fight on the show. He wants to fight everybody on the show. That's what he was talking about. I know how to fight. I really know how to fight. I grew up with brothers and da-da-da-da-da. And, that's all he was talking about for like the first 30 minutes, about how well he can fight. And then King Kyos was in the chat talking about basically what he said Lemon was weird and disrespectful. And that's what King Kyos was saying from the chat. And so I guess Lemon was trying to explain, he was like, as raggedy as I am, he's been weird since he started his platform. One thing I noticed about Lemon last night, what up, Happy Butterfly? How you doing? You said Lemon's on life support. He needs a medical team. The child, that's what they be saying. That's what Goosey said the other day. He really needs to get some help before the liquor destroys him. Because again, like I said the other day, and even Right Be Told asked him last night, like, are you sure you're not drinking? You sure that's those energy drinks? Because if that's the case, I ain't never seen nobody on energy drinks act like that, like they white girl wasted, sloppy drunk, then fall asleep on their video. In the last 2 hours of their video, it ain't nothing. Just a little snores and a little grunting. That's all we heard the last few hours. And no, I didn't listen to the whole damn thing. I kind of skipped through it. Yeah, I kind of skipped through it the last few hours of the video just to see if he ever came alive. I mean, came back online or fell back to sleep or whatever. But anyway, he was like, I've been weird since the beginning of his platform, and his energy is what it is. And he said, we don't understand it. And if we didn't understand what he was trying to express last night, talking about he had a conversation and expressed his feelings, and I guess a lot of people think what he did was wrong the other day. Now, again, I'm waiting on King Roman to come live and discuss it, how he felt about the situation, because obviously King Roman didn't like that the way he was being talked to, and he expressed that on his platform. And then when Lemon said, Shamar, I think KRM wants to fuck you. Boy, KRM must have dropped down from that panel so fast. Lolo dropped down. She was like, well, gotta go. Gotta go. I was like, ooh. Hey, Jill, how you doing, beautiful? I was like, oh, you was wrong for that, Lemon. And yeah, both the guys might be, gay like the boys or whatever. But, yeah, King Kyle said, you've been acting really weird and shit for the past 24 hours. And I'm telling you, y'all, when I was watching him the night before last, I don't know if that's alcohol. I don't know what. I can't put a finger on it. It act like it was something other than alcohol, but I ain't trying to throw nothing on nobody. But I don't know. And then the other day he was like talking about Roman stealing his content, but now he feels like he said, you know what? I don't really feel like King Roman set me up for none of that shit. He said, it was just entertainment, right? So at first he was so mad and so angry and upset and disrespecting King Roman because he said he was disrespectful and stole his content, and all the shit that Lemon wanted to talk about with King Payne live on his show. King Roman talked about it before Lemon went live on King Roman's show. But King Roman didn't invite him over there. He just happened to drop down in the chat and happened to hit King Roman's panel. And everybody started discussing the show as they should have. And I mean, Lemon was there. He the one who brought the show up on King Roman's panel before King Payne hit the panel to discuss his season 3 show. But yeah, then he was telling King Roman wasn't in the chat, but he kept saying, if you hear me, he was just apologizing over and over and over again. What up, Dr. Soapy? Hey, boo. He was apologizing over, girl, child. He said, King Roman, if you hear me, if you out there in the bushes, he said it was just entertainment. He's like, please don't drag me. Please don't drag me, because this is what people want. People want us to fall out. And he was like, we ain't gonna never fall out. And but then he was like, don't play with me, because child, I don't know. It was really weird because there was things that Lemon said that King Roman had asked him about the show. And since he didn't know, that was the whole reason why he was going to have King Payne on his show that night. But King Roman, just to be funny, he went live right after Bree said she was going to redirect to Shaquille. So he just did it to be funny. I don't think there was no ill intent. I don't think it was a setup. I don't think King Roman was trying to steal anybody's content. It just happened to fall into his lap. And you can't say, oh, King Payne, don't get up here and talk about your show because Lemon wants you to talk about it later. I mean, we're all content creators, right? And we're all here to entertain. And if King Payne would have hit my panel, even though I knew somebody else was going to be talking to them later that night, I would be like, hey, how you doing? What's up? What's going on? It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, so now he's saying he don't think King Roman set him up. He was like, he did an open panel. King Roman's panel was lit. King Payne hit the panel. He was like, King Roman had a dope show. And he said it just happened that King Payne hit the link and everybody talked about the show. But he said, you know what? I did feel a type of way. Lemon did feel a type of way. And obviously, the way he was talking to KRN like that, thank you. The bottom line is you can't talk to people, especially like you trying to get this dude to come. Now, everybody in the chat, the crew, when King Roman went live and was asking the crew for their opinion on him going on to the trip, everybody like, nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Snoop even said, don't do it. Don't do it. And King Roman's like, I do have a brand. I'm trying to protect my brand, respect my brand, all that kind of shit. And everybody's like, don't do it, don't do it. So Lemon knows that a lot of people is telling him, you might get in a fight. Snoop got in a fight. Somebody else got in a fight. And Lemon was like, well, you can't fight, can't you, nigga? You know what? Lemon asked KRN, can you fight? He said, I can fight. I grew up with brothers and a sister, but I can fight. And he said, you don't have to fight, Karen. You don't have to fight. You can just, be petty. You can, talk shit, be shady and all that, but you don't have to fight. And y'all know how it is, especially on a reality TV show. They want the most drama they can get. Whatever can hype the show up the most, that's what the fuck they going for. So you can't always be like, I'm going to a reality show and I'm not going to fight, because somebody there could be ready to fight anybody because they feel like they got something to prove. And they might put their eye on someone who they know that might not want to fight. Oh, I'm going to get them. I'm going to fuck them up. Might not even have a problem with them, but they will motherfucking make up a whole beef, right? They will create a whole beef. Y'all know I ain't lying. What up, Deanna? How you doing? You said, I believe KRN told King Payne to save it for Lemon's show. Right. And I was there. I mean, I watched the replay. I wasn't there live now. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching the replay. Like Lemon be saying, don't the replay. But yeah, I don't think he purposely at all, was trying to be shady or anything like that when it came to Lemon's panel. I mean, when it came to KRN, in his show. But Lemon tried to explain it away. What he said was, he said, before I went live, he said, when I first started my live the night before last, he said, I told y'all he was going to be on some fuck shit. He said, I told y'all in the beginning of my live that I was going to be on some fuck shit. And he said, so, I told y'all I was going to be reckless. I was going to be cutting up. I was going to be reckless. And he said if KRN would have watched the beginning of his show, he would have known. But then Lemon said, but I guess he couldn't because KRN was already live when Lemon went live. So there was no way that KRN could have saw the beginning of Lemon's show where Lemon said he was going to be reckless. But even if you're going to be reckless, I can get if you want to clown and act a fool and cut up and all that kind of stuff. But he was like downright disrespectful. And he was drunk. So I don't know if it was worse, if it came out worse because he was drunk. Y'all let me know, because like I asked y'all the other day, Lemon said he had stopped drinking because he had went to court, and I guess he was caught drinking and driving and hit somebody or some shit like that. I remember Shaquem was supposed to go down there and get the good old bean footage of Lemon in court. I don't know what happened with that. What's the end result if he got to go back to court again? But man, I swear after watching him the other night, I still believe he's on them cheap ass Taylor Ports. Ain't that what that liquor called? Taylor Port? And I swear the first time I ever heard of Taylor Port was when I heard Lemon say it. And it was kind of like, how you don't pay attention to other vehicles, but as soon as you buy a certain car, it seems like you see every car that looks like your car on the street. You be like, there go my car. There go my car. So that's how it was like when I had heard Lemon first talk about Taylor Port. I was like, what the fuck is that? Then next thing I know, I'm hearing it here and there, seeing videos about it, commercials about it. I was like, oh, okay. It must be popular in certain areas of the world. I don't know. You said who would win, KRN or Lemon in a fight? You know what? Lemon act like he ain't. Boy, Lemon act like he Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson. He was like, I'll fight anybody. I don't give a fuck. I'll fight you. I'll fight anybody in the show. But then he told King Roman, don't worry about fighting. Don't worry about fighting. Then turn around and ask Roman, can you fight? But the vibe that I'm getting off of all this shit, and again, I'm only going to give y'all a good 30, okay? But the vibe that I'm getting off of this shit is, y'all remember when they did the show some years back? And it seemed that everybody was real heavily beefing before that. And then none of us, well, only a few of us, Deanna knew. Hey, Deanna Boo in the chat. Deanna and a few other people knew, especially the people who were going to be part of the cast, knew about the show, the upcoming show, the B Sector, reality, whatever. And then when they got there, it was a whole bunch of fighting and beefing. And then before they went, it was a whole bunch of fighting and beefing, not physical, but on virtual. Then when they got there, some people still was like trying to be on each other's neck and shit. But for the most part, they had fun. They was down there in the jacuzzis together, swimming together, drinking together, eating together, sleeping together. Sleeping together and allegedly sleeping together. No. But y'all know all the shit they was talking about when they was down there. Y'all ain't forgot all the rumors and shit being done in the koozie. There you go. Deanna said no lies told. So is this what this is? People manufacturing beefs, trying to hype up this show, trying to make it seem like people are really, really in a beef? I don't know. And what up, Drips? How you doing, hon? But did y'all hear Lemon tell King Roman, please don't drag me. Please, I don't want to fight. I don't have beef. Please. It's just what the people want to hear. He said, please don't fall under the pressure. I was cracking up. Lemon, how you going to do that man like that on your channel in front of the public of the B sector? You didn't have no give. You didn't have no hold. You didn't have no grace on him. You didn't have no, you was just talking mad shit. You was calling him bitches. And T. Danielle, when she hit his panel last night, she basically told him, you was wrong. You was dead ass motherfucking wrong. And he was like, I know you upset. I know you disappointed. I can tell it in your voice. T. and Danielle said what she had to say about his behavior, and she dropped off the motherfucking link because T. Danielle didn't have it to give. She was like, what you did was fucked up and it was wrong. She said you should be embarrassed by your actions and all that kind of shit. Because basically what he's doing is giving excuses. Well, I told y'all at the beginning of my show it's going to be reckless. And if King Roman News didn't get the chance to see it at the beginning of my live because he was live, whose fault is that? But then he turns around and say he really wasn't mad at King Roman. He really didn't think King Roman stole his content and set him up. It was all for entertainment. Was the whole thing just a manufactured beef? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what a lot of motherfuckers in the motherfucking sector be talking about. These manufactured motherfucking beefs. And I guess if you're going to manufacture a beef, you better tell the other person who you beefing with, right? Because I don't think that KRN knew that you was manufacturing a beef. I don't think anybody in the chat knew that he was manufacturing a beef. It was coming off as it's like he really had something against King Roman. What up, Riggs? How you doing? What up, Seven? How you doing? To my Cali folks in the chat, West Side. Oh, no, we ain't even going to talk about paying. We ain't even talk about paying. And again, I'm trying to get y'all a quick 30 because I heard Roman's going to go live and I really want to hear what his how he felt about, Lemon's show over the other day. So, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to be live and he comes live. But child, it's a lot. But he was pleading with Roman, please don't drag me. Please don't drag me. You said they've been drinking Taylor Park for years. I heard it's some type of wine or some type of sweet wine? Or I don't know. Y'all know I drink dark liquor. But I'm also versatile. So I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. I can drink light and dark. And I can drink it in the same evening. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm just built like that. But my preference is dark. If I have a preference, it's dark. Like I might be somewhere and they having a party or something and they giving out and it might be light. And then I'm like, oh, well, shit, I guess that's all they got. Then next thing I know, I see some dark. Oh, shit, let me go there and get the hen. I'm cool. My body, I don't know. I'm built like that, okay? We girls, y'all talk about down south forward tough. We forward tough up here too. It be cold the fuck in here. Shoot, dealing with all this cold and all this shit like we've been doing lately up in here. But you said dessert wine. Ew. I don't really like wines. I really don't. And expect everything is fine. The next day. Say that again, Sophie. Expect shit to be fine and you all laughing and giggling. Oh, I was just playing. I wasn't being for real. I didn't mean to call you a bitch. when you asked me what I was drinking, I didn't mean to say your mama's pussy. Now, niggas, my niggas, the niggas. If you ask your homie what they drinking and he said your mama's pussy, I'll wait. He didn't only say it to KRN, he said it to Goosey too. And Goosey brought it up last night. He's like, man, you was going in on my moms and you was talking about my moms and his mom and, you know, shit like that. Like, nigga, you ain't gonna let no other man tell you that he drinking your mama's pussy and you just sit there and be like, oh, okay. Not any nigga that I know. I'm just giving commentary, Wiz. What up, Rule Shaker? Hey, boo. What up, Mr. Williams? I'm just giving commentary, you know. $200 food house entry, pay for your airplane ticket. Lemon said he is the star of the show. He is the star of the show. He is the headliner. He ain't paying shit. Lemon said he ain't paying shit. He ain't buying no ticket, no plane ticket. He ain't driving no 6 hours. He was like, nope. I want free. Then King Rome was like, did King Payne say you the star? He said, nope. So you think you the star? I know I'm the star. Child, I was cracking up. Like, let me know he the fucking star. Ain't never acted a day in his life except for they say he was in acting classes or something in high school or some shit like that. He done moving on up. Ain't even been on the show yet. He already trying to. But yeah, okay. Speaking of the money, y'all. So I was listening to Lemmy on his show last night, and he was saying how he was talking to King Payne about the subscribers donating to the show. I was like, I know you lying. I know you lying to me in my lovely love voice. He said people can do like challenges or competitions, and just like, you know how they do here, how they be having these competitions, lip singing, cooking, dancing, high heels, whatever, you know, they can do that for the show, and the people who's watching the show could donate to a pot. Where they do that at? How many reality shows y'all done seen say, okay, viewers, we need y'all to donate to the cast? I'm like, y'all taking this shit too far. Y'all taking this shit too far. I'm like, come on, y'all supposed to get paid by the production crew, right? Y'all supposed to get paid by the production crew. This is crazy. I see why everybody telling Roman not to go. I'm like, you said the only thing I'm paying for is walking away. The only thing I'm paying for is the one that I'm walking away from with my own cooking show and food. Now, thank you. A lot of people be like, the Hood Table, won't you apply for some of those baking shows or cake decorating shows? And I'm like, yeah, they look fun and shit, but I don't have it to do. I don't want to be on TV baking, trying to decorate a cake in 10 minutes and seeing if I can win and hoping on a whim that I can win just so I can maybe get a free hotel stay or $100 gift card on my way out if I don't win. You know? God got me right where he want me. If something bigger is supposed to fall in my lap, then it's supposed to fall in my lap. I never wanted my own baking shop. I never wanted a store. I never wanted a storefront. I like my job that I do, and I like to bake on the side. And that's why I got me a license to bake in the crib. Okay? You can't have licenses to bake in the crib. And your shit better be clean, and you better pass all the tests, and they just don't pass them out. Okay? They just don't pass them out. Okay? And that's any chef. Any chef that wants to sell food out their home or anything like that, you have to have a license. with your state. So yeah, that's for those of y'all who might be thinking about it or whatever. But yeah, I don't want no store and all that kind of shit and dealing with. I'm cool with doing a cake here, doing a cake there. All right. I used to be so busy back in the day. I mean, so busy back in the day where I was dreaming of cake, sleeping cakes, waking up smelling like cake. My sons was like, God damn, mama, how many orders you got this weekend? So that shit kind of died down over the years after the Rona, and I ain't mad. I'm not mad. I got an order next week. I'll be posting that for y'all, the videos of that footage from that party. It's a 60th birthday party for the twin sisters, and I'm doing that. Okay. Next weekend, but other than that, you said take your advice. Oh shit, what did Riggs say? Riggs, you be talking about me. What did you say? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So I'll be the biggest player of the hood book. I hear you got a chef fucking it. Oh, that's what I heard, Riggs. That's what I heard. I heard they was in the middle of the living room of the Airbnb fucking the chef. That remind me of some Diddy shit. Everybody fucking the chef, the butler, the child care provider, the nanny. Oh my God, the security, top flight, everybody fucking, right? Oh my God. Oh, wow, I don't want to be, no. And then Snoop talking about she thinks somebody put something in her drink. I ain't trying to go nowhere and get baby oiled. I ain't trying to drink nothing that I didn't put in my own cup. I ain't trying to, I ain't trying to wake up talking about why it hurt down there. No. And I'm not accusing him of anything, okay? I'm not accusing him of anything. But y'all got to be careful when y'all going to different things and different venues and y'all don't know what the fuck. Like, they talking about, like, Lemon talking about, if you can fight, Karen, can you fight, nigga? Can you fight? I can fight. Shit, I fought all my life like Oprah. Shit, I fought niggas, mostly. I fought a few girls here and there, but mostly niggas. Shit, from my brothers on to the niggas in the street, niggas everywhere. I fought niggas and a few girls. But, most people can't fight or they fought in their life. That don't mean they want to fight. Especially for a show where they might not get paid a damn thing. And this shit is going to be on replay for the rest of your motherfucking life for the world to see. Just like how that shit came back on Snoop 2 years later. Now everybody is dragging her all through the streets. Dragging her all through the streets over that damn fight. We all did commentary on it. I did commentary on it too. So, no shade, no tea. I like Snoop. I know a lot of people don't, but I like Snoop. But I still did commentary on it. It was entertaining. Yep. They said you can get subscriptions. That's what King Payne was saying that on who panel was that? King Payne was saying that on King Payne been touring, but I think he said it on KRN's. I think he said as far as like how you get paid, one of the ways you get paid is it's an affiliate link. So you get subscribers to subscribe to your link, and you get like a certain percentage of what the subscribers pay a month. I'm like, what? Scandalous. But who knows? One of these seasons it might hit big. A big network might pick it up. Who knows? I don't know. You said people fail to realize, people fail to realize that running a business it ain't. I know a lot of people who get out there and they try, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the ones who get out there and try. I'm very proud. And I love to support our own. I like to support my other people too. But I like to support our own. And 9 times out of 10, if I'm hungry and I want to go somewhere and get something to eat, I'm going to be on Facebook checking out all my Facebook friends who cook and bake and all that shit, got food trucks and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking to see if any of them is active before I go somewhere else. And I'm like, oh, like my homeboy sells barbecue, him and his son. I went on there and looked, saw his little Facebook post. We here from Twitter. Okay, I'm on my way. But yeah, I try to support my own as much as I can, especially with the small businesses, because it's hard out there for a small business, especially Black small businesses. Because, you know, the community don't always invest. And I'm talking about government when I say this. They don't always invest in these small, you know, businesses like they should. They quick to give people over there, you know, some money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Reed said you get more views. Hold up. Where was that? Reed said you get more views than Pain. I'm almost right. Oh, Reed said they get more views than K-Pain. Oh. You said it sounds like a show for jobless folks who has nothing to lose. You know what? Somebody said that in the chat. They said you only go to these type of things if you have nothing to lose. And I get that. These rich entertainers who can get out there and do anything they fucking want and still be making money no matter how they act. They got money like that to act a fool and then go back home after the show is over. They still gonna have money. Most of them don't have to clock in and out at no 9 to 5 like we do. Or got to worry about your supervisor or somebody seeing you on the show acting a fucking fool. So, you know, that's very true. Mm-hmm. That's very child. You said they all snoop like they. I'm trying to read y'all comments. Oh my goodness. You said sound like bro got a wild operation. Oh, okay, I read that one. I heard the one about the chef. Deanna talking about hood booger. Did y'all hear Rick Reed call lemon Lululemon? I gotta go back and finish watching Rick Reed's video. Called on Lululemon, and make sure y'all hit the like and the share, please, and thank you very much. I was like, child, yeah. I was like, before I get in any more content, let me just discuss this little bit that I have right now. But yeah, basically, Lemon said, you know, I was very dramatic and disrespectful, but I do apologize to you. And he was like, I don't want you to feel like I feel some type of way about you. He apologized in his live last night probably 50,000 times to KRN, who wasn't there. He probably was in the clouds, but I don't think he was in the chat. And I scrolled to the end to see if maybe KRN hit the panel, but I didn't see him hit the panel. But, you know, if he hit the panel, y'all let me know. But yeah, so now I was over at Jay Wilson's and they were talking about Jay Wilson was live this morning and Lemon hit the panel and Brian was over there and some other people was over there. Castro was over there and Brian and Castro was arguing back and forth. But Jay Wilson, when he went live this morning, he said somebody was putting Lemon's address in the back chat. Jay Wilson pulled up the address. He looked up the apartments, and was reading off how much their rent was and how many bedrooms you get for this much and how many bathrooms you get for this much. And, oh, these are real nice apartments. And Lemon hit the panel, and I was like, they not only was putting Lemon's address in the back chat, they was putting it in the front chat. I don't know who it was because I was watching the replay, so I couldn't see the chat. But Jay Wilson was like, oh, these are nice. These are nice. They okay for Cali. I think they was like $1,400 for a 2-bed, 1-bath. He was like, that's okay for Cali. But he said, y'all white appliances. I can't do no white appliances, though. I was just stuck on the fact that they was putting Lemon's address in the back chat and the front chat. And I'm like, and they didn't get blocked? Because let somebody put somebody's chat. This ain't no show, no shade to Jay. I know he lets all kind of fuck shit going on his show. But let somebody put one of y'all, especially somebody I really like, address in the fucking chat or the back chat, they getting blocked. Like, that's doxing. Like, seriously? Like, if they take somebody to court or anything and they, child. Now, y'all remember the story I did, the local story that I did, right? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that husband and wife, because they was into it with somebody else in my city. That lawyer hit me up and said they are going to subpoena me to come to court because them motherfuckers is on my YouTube channel beefing. And I said, the fuck you ain't. I ain't coming to no court. Well, if we subpoena you, subpoena away. You will never. I will never be subpoenaed. You can try as you might to try to get some paper in my pocketbook. I'm not coming. I'm telling you now, lawyer lady, I'm not coming. Do what the fuck you want to do. That dirty dick motherfucker, he has to come on my show to defend himself from being out here being nasty. Like, it ain't my fault. They now into it with the mistress and they want to use my... I even told the lawyer lady, take whatever you want from my show. You have all right. Just like when the news people came to my show, the new local news station, Channel 6, when they wanted to cover a story I broke in the hood. The hood table, can we please have permission to use a couple minutes of your show? You sure can. Lawyer lady, have at it. I ain't but no, you can be subpoenaed for somebody being on your show, even though you didn't do anything. So yeah, I would have blocked their asses, delete, block. But Jay Wilson's up there. All these apartments look nice. Yeah, they're nice. Oh my God, look at the layout. Oh, I would live here maybe if y'all didn't have white appliances. I was like, child. I was like, wow. You said that's why they will never leave Mr. Burns alone. Never. Hey, Vibrant, how you doing, love? They is on Lemon. And then Lemon hit the panel and Jay Wilson said, dude, they really out here doxing you. Lemon said they calling on him, trying to get him put out. They calling on him, saying his dog is running around the yards, not on a leash, on the apartment grounds, unleashed, unhoused. I'm like, why? Who the hell trying to get Lemon and his mama out that apartment? I like appliances that work. You feel me? Now, of course, I have stainless steel, Samsung everything, Samsung dishwasher, fridge, microwave oven. But I done lived in the hood, and I'm a rock's throw away from the hood. This is still the hood where I live. Just a little unhooder. I just made a word, okay? Unhoodier. But it's still the hood. Niggas be around here blaring their music, fighting, carrying on. The cops be up and down the street. Shoot, I done lived where there was white appliances, black appliances, stainless steel appliances. I done had it all, honey. If that shit worked, let a motherfucking stove break, and I'm in the middle of, because I done had a situation where I was, it was a storm, and I'm in the middle of a big ass order. I mean, they didn't pay me hundreds of dollars to cater this shit, and I'm trying to bake cakes, and the motherfucking power went off. I'm in tears because I ain't never let a customer down in 15 years. And I was in tears. I was calling my relatives, hey, Rello, what up? You got power? A nigga need a slide. I just need to come over there and throw some cakes in the oven, and I'll be out your way. Shit, I can hand mix my homemade frosting, even though I love to use my KitchenAid. It's going to take me longer, but I'll hand mix that shit and pipe that frosting on them cupcakes and them cakes. But no, I wouldn't have cared what kind of fucking appliance they have. I ain't that bougie. I ain't that bougie. Of course, we all prefer, we have a preference, but I done lived everything from a box to the projects, Section 8, what's them fucking two-sided apartment called? Duplex. I done stayed in everything. I stayed in everything, every kind of environment you can imagine, every type of house, home, apartment, duplex, project, bricks. We call them bricks here, the bricks. Shit. I done stayed in everything, and I gives a fuck. As long as that motherfucker fucking start up and it bakes my motherfucking cakes, and I can decorate them and then ship them out, put them out, deliver them, drop them off. It don't matter. It don't matter. But no, hold on. Speaking of Jay, why when Lemon hit the panel, Jay Wilson was taking donations for some smart glasses. And I got a funny story to tell you about the glasses, though. But Jay Wilson was like, if you want to donate to my smart glasses. And I'm like, damn, when he started taking donations for smart glasses. So Lemon hit the panel. He said, damn, Jay, they just bought you a printer. They just bought you a shredder. And now they fucking buying you smart glasses. He said, what, you used to be a pimp in your last life? Lemon said, was you a pimp in your last life? Jay Wilson said, he said, well, the people said I need another device. So if they want to donate to the smart glasses, I ain't gonna say no. But let me tell you a story about them glasses. So my sister, who moved to New York a couple of years ago to take over this company, and she's doing very well there, but we just hate how she can't come home all the time. But she managed to come home on Thanksgiving. Matter of fact, my sister Deanne, the one who sung Happy Birthday to me, she was on my birthday show for a couple of hours. If y'all missed her, she was on the show. I had a sister on there, I had a cousin on there, and I had two of my homies on there. But and then Riggs was on there, and Charlie and some other people. We was having a great time. But my sister, who was on the show with us in December for my birthday, she said she was on the plane coming here to the O, and she said she was listening to some music or watching TV or something through her glasses. I think listening to music. And she said some white lady, like across from her, caddy corner, turned around and said, you know, we can hear that. And my sister said, excuse me? Now she's very ghetto, like I am, very hood. Deanne is very hood. She's like, excuse me? And they was like, you know, we can hear that. She said, and so can I. And I said, sis, you didn't like tell them I'm sorry I turned it down or something like that? She said, no. I looked at that bitch like, and shit, put you some motherfucking headphones on, bitch. I was like, child, you know what, sis? I would have probably been like, oh, okay, I'll turn it down a little bit. Because I understand being distracted when you don't want to be distracted, especially like on an airplane. I mean, kids and all kind of other shit. And she was like, no, fuck that shit. My sister is crazy. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. You said, even though I'm partial to white for decorating, I do have some wallpaper accents here or there to break up all the white. Oh, absolutely. I'm cool with it, you know. Even though I got stainless steel, if one of them motherfuckers broke and somebody gave me an all white as snow appliance until I could get something in the meantime, in between time, I'll be over here baking my ass off in that motherfucker. I sure the fuck would. I sure the fuck would. But anyway, on that note, y'all, that's all I got. I said 30. I gave y'all 45. Hopefully King Roman will be coming live because he said he was going to come live today and I can listen to him. I do have to go back and listen to Rick because Rick came live and he said, shit, it's so boring around this motherfucker. I guess I'm going to just do what Jay Wilson do and just force some commentary. So I got to go back and watch Rick too. You said I love Sears scratching dick, child. Sometimes you got to make it do what it do. All right, y'all. But on that note, please make sure y'all like and share the video. Make sure y'all subscribe if you happen to be new here. Thanks for joining me, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. And then also, Vibrant has been dropping the Cash App. So if y'all want to donate to the Cash App, $, the Hood Table 402. Stay safe. Be blessed. Thank you, William, Mr. Williams. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Yes. Okay, we all love us some Mr. Williams, right? But yeah, so make sure you like, share, subscribe, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember, say it with me, y'all. Say it with me, y'all. Keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.